Is my court a bunch of weirdos? Ah, your highness, what a pleasure it is to meet you in person at last. Your description did not do you justice. You have a silver tongue, your grace, or an eye for unfinished potential. Both admirable qualities. You pedo bear. I was so pleased to hear that you had accepted my humble offering, a jewel for a jewel. But you are the most precious. No, you are not getting in my pants! I hope that this is only the beginning of a mutually beneficial relationship. A union between us would bring stability to both our peoples. He really does want to marry me. You're not getting my pants. Politely decline. I need to let him down gently. Your Grace, I hold you in the highest respect, but I regret that my impulsive enthusiasm may have misled you. Such a decision should not be made in haste. I would, of course, look kindly on your suit in the future. I am in complete agreement, Your Highness. There is no need to rush. A solid union requires strong foundations. I wish only to meet you, to get to know you, and then to see you again. Perhaps you could show me around your castle. No! No! Don't trust him! Wow, I'm an idiot. Your request is stand in judgment. A woman has been convicted of attempted murder and requests the mercy of the crown. Your Highness, she admits... See, this lantern dares to beg pardon when she admits that she tried to poison my sister under her own roof. Which sister? Wait, we just talked about this guy. He's the weird guy. He's the estranged guy. Coruscant with the dead dad and everything. Coruscant, the Duchess of Mage. His other full sister is the wife of the Duke of Kigal, and his mother is the Duchess of Livla. Family ties are complicated. And they're both crazy. Both families are crazy. Is she alright? She is unharmed. We caught the culprit in the kitchens before anyone could eat her foul spew. Well, what do you have to say for yourself? It's just as it is. The devils killed me brother and broke me mom's heart. Lied to her they did. When she went to see why he'd never come back, said he'd gone for a soul. Okay, we already know this. He weren't the only one neither. I waited 10 years for my chance to get my own back. That's justice! You see, she's completely unrepentant. Hang her and be done with it. Eternal affairs, success. Well, yeah. This must be the last... about the last Duke of Mage. He had a lot of servants who were mysteriously injured or killed. But he's dead, and he either killed himself or his family helped him along. Put her to work, imprison her, and execute her. Tell her that justice is already done. You are wrong. Justice has already been done by the gods, and by the nobles that you've despised. The one who killed your brother is dead. He was replaced by wiser rulers like the Duchess you tried to harm. You blamed an innocent woman, one who might have sympathy for you if you had told her the truth. Not all nobles are the same. I never thought. You will have time to think about your actions in the dungeons. She should be hanged. She acted for the love of her sibling. Surely you can understand that. No one else needs to die. Boom! Settle down, boy. I'm in the ruler now. New outfit. Okay, exercise gear. Boost athletics. Wait. We had exercise gear back then? This is like Victorian England, isn't it? What? As you are walking one day in the gardens, you hear a strange sound and look up to see an owl flying overhead. A single dry leaf flutters in his talons. Well, I failed on all that. There is a woman here to see you. She wishes crowdfunding for her project. Thank you for seeing me, Your Highness. I come to you on behalf of the people. I wish to build a hospital where any citizen... Damn it! When putting all the sick people together, wouldn't that make them die even faster? I passed this last time. We are not interested. You bitch. Remember that the festival of the good lady is approaching. There will be public celebrations for the commoners, followed by a grand gala for the nobility. A grand gala, there will be dancing, blah 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 blah. As queen, you are expected to give a procession and give a speech. However, since you are not yet crowned, it is not required, and it may not be safe for you to expose you to the public. What do you mean, not safe? Outside of the castle, you are well less protected. If anyone means you harm, well, think on it. Decide now, decide later. Word has come from a factory for books that you funded. They have assembled enough equipment to begin printing test pamphlets. As a royal sponsor, it is your right to decide the content of the first printing. Oh snap, strategy success? Whoa, whoa, this is important. I've never been through this before. Strategy. We can do army recruitment. Poems praising my mother. That's... I mean, I would like for that to happen and to, you know, feel like, you know, I'm a human being, but I need to move forward. Pro-Lumen propaganda or army recruitment. Crap! It's either make a poem, be a poet, be a militarist, be a magician, or be a priestess. I'm already a powerful magician on my own, and I'm gonna be queen. That enough should be propaganda alone. We need army recruitment. What they print will be distributed all around Nova. That makes this an excellent time to reach out to potential recruits. So they should write about how grand it is to be in my service, to be in my army. There's a letter for you as well. Oh, it's from Bryony. I went to school with her, but she's a couple years older than me. Her mother is a Duchess of Mage. She's complaining that her mother still won't let her come home for the holidays. She's bored and looking for an adventure. Well, I don't have any to suggest to her, I think. Unless she wants to be a magician too, you know. Today is a procession and the planting of the Festival of the Good Lady. Will you be leading the parade? If you have any concerns about your safety, please stay here. The people recover from disappointment. If we lose you, there is no recovery. I will lead the parade and make a speech. I'm not afraid. I'm going to be the best parade leader ever. My little girl. You prepare your best gown for the occasion, then walk slowly through the town with your attendants. It would not be appropriate for you to wear a sword, but you do walk with a sturdy golden scepter that's taller than you are. You can tell from the excitement and excited murmurs around you that the people are impressed with your queenly appearance. I'm only 14 though. At the end of the route, you help the priestesses turn over the earth for the new tree to be planted. After the blessings are read, you hold up your hands and call for silence so that you can speak. My affectionate greetings to you all, and my thanks, for it is the people that make this domain great. We are here today to celebrate the gifts of the Good Lady, the promise of fertility and new birth. Winter always comes, but winter is followed by spring. Each of us faces hardships, but we grow back stronger than ever. Now is a time for your new beginnings, and for my beginning as your queen. Your words are met with great applause. The procession regroups to return to the castle. Man, I'm awesome. Toga. Dude, you look awesome. You look like the goddess Athena. Or I look like the goddess Athena. Man, I look so kawaii. Okay, what else do I got? Exercise gear, nurse, boost medicine. Nah. Tuxedo, I still want a tuxedo. I just look so cool. I love the hat. I freaking love the hat. Are you ready for the grand ball? All the nobles and queens are here to see you, to see their queen. Gulp. You finish dressing and descend the stairs to make a grand entrance. All around, the rich and powerful pause in their activities to gaze upon you, the ruler of them all. Damn, I stare them down, yo! You let your eyes rest upon each in turn as you have been taught, impressing upon them that you are not a child but a queen. Suck it! Your father waits you at the bottom of the stairs and offers you his arm. The first dance is for us. He guides you gently across the dance floor, never rushing you. It's fun to dance with Dad, but the look in his eyes is so sad. After this, you must choose your own partner. There are a number of men who hope to catch your eye. The Duke of Kaigal alone has brought 3 eligible sons, all near your age. You look around the room at all your possible partners, which is to say, everyone. No one may begin dancing until you do. You can pick whomever you want and you will not be denied. No doubt every noble family with eligible sons has dreams of a royal wedding. Your choice will raise some hopes and dash others. Feuds can be born here. The Duke of Kaigal has not yet named any of his sons as his official heir, but his second son, Linley, was always kind to you at school. If you wish to show favor to Kaigal, Linley would be your choice. The Duchy of Aloth is currently held in regency for its young Lord Adair, who's only 12 and a head shorter than you are. Elath is a rich territory, and at least Adair wouldn't try to take any liberties. Dancing with Banian, the Duke of Marie, could be quite awkward if you did not actually to marry him. He has been waiting years for a powerful heiress to accept his suit. Not all nobles are created equal. You could choose someone charming and unimportant like the Earl of Mima, a territory too minor for anyone to consider a threat. However, the major families might eat him alive afterwards. If you wish to distract attention from your marital prospects, you could choose someone clearly ineligible, one of your uncles, or an elderly man like the Earl of Ishtar, or even a woman, though that would be mildly scandalous. Whoa, that's pretty cool. I can actually choose this time. Aha, interesting. Examine the woman. As queen, few would dare comment about your choice of companions, but until you have provided an heir to the throne, there is a great pressure on you to make an appropriate match. That doesn't mean you have to give in. It might be entertaining to see the reaction of Juliana, Duchess of Ursul, if you asked her to dance with you. Would she be flustered or for once? Bryn, the Duchess of Hellas, is an attractive and unmarried woman. What might people think seeing the two of you together? According to the rumor, she is inclined to that direction. But what does she think of you? The most important woman present, after yourself, is Aris, Duchess of Lila. She is married, elderly, a mother and grandmother many times over, but might be flattered by the acknowledgement of her status. Or if you wanted to set the court on its ear, you could demand your first dance with a mere servant, a maid, like Alice, and the assembled nobles would be outraged. So I can do my magic teacher. I can go with the Duchess of Hellas, who, according to my agents and spies, swings that way. You know what I'm saying? Aris, Duchess of Lila, or Alice the maid. I do approve of Bryn, though. I think Bryn would make a good choice, because first, it's like scandalous enough for me to not marry. I don't want to get married. And yeah, you know what? I think Bryn's a good choice. I'll go with Bryn. You feel deliciously wicked at the expression of shock on her face, but it soon fades into something more ambiguous. Her hand in yours is warm, and too late. You wonder if you're playing with fire. Oh, Meg, I hope they make a cute couple. Dancing with a real partner feels quite different from dancing with your father. You knew him, knew his steps like a part of you. Now every move is a mystery. Damn it, I failed! Between the dances, there is time for guests to mingle, chat, and sample tiny bits of exquisite food. You interact comfortably with your peers, leaving a wise word in every ear. During a lull in the music, Banian, the Duke of Marie, taps an elegant fingernail against a wine glass, letting the clear note ring throughout the room. If I might have your attention. I believe we should offer our compliments to our lovely hostess. Her bravery and courage keeps our borders defended. Everyone applauds politely. As the gala continues, you take the opportunity to observe nobles that you rarely see. There's Gwenelle, for instance, the Lady of Sudbury, only months older than you, and due to finally inherit the control of her duchy soon. Or Adele, the youngest daughter of the Duchess of Lila. Remember, the Lila family are a bunch of crazy weirdos, and a fierce sportswoman. She was a few years ahead of you in school and an absolute terror of the ball fields. No briny, she said her parents were leaving her stuck at school for this season. Her parents are here dancing together, though. The Duke consort clutching his Dutch chest positively tight on her butt. Strange that there's no sign of your cousins, though. Shouldn't they be here? Your aunt and uncle are here, of course. It would be scandalous if they hadn't come, Merva being so close by. There's something itching at your senses. Something familiar. Then it hits you. Aunt Lucille is a lumen. Talk to your aunt. Aunt Lucille, may I speak with you privately? Of course, my dear. You withdraw to a small side room. I can sense your powers. You're a lumen. What? I am too, that's how I know. Can't you sense that? No, I can't. She looks down, shaking her head. I do have a lumen crystal. I found it years ago. It called to me, but I don't know anything about magic. I can make the crystal appear and disappear, and I can block out sound with it. That's all. I don't think that's true at all, in my thoughts. There are traces of old magic around her, too faint to make sense, but strong. Why keep it hidden? It's not illegal to be a lumen. Magic is dangerous. Everyone knows that. People might think I was an evil witch. They wouldn't trust me. Look at how much trouble the Duchess of Ursul was. Please, Your Highness, don't tell anyone. Accuse her of hiding something. I want to do that. I sense something. I don't think you're weak at all. I think you're something else you're hiding. Like what? You open your mouth to answer and find yourself unable to speak or move. What? My power isn't like your power, little princess. I control the absence of things. Sound, light, life. But you dying now would be too suspicious. Instead, you're going to have a very unfortunate accident. You will remain alive and helpless until everyone gives up hope of your recovery. Then you will die. That's what you think, bitch! Calling on your core of inner strength, you push your own magical energy into her spell, overloading it. What? What are you doing? BAM! There's a loud noise and the smell of burning. Holy crap! When you can move again, you find your aunt lying lifeless on the ground, a glimmering purple crystal beside her. Moments later, your father rushes into the room. Elodie, what happened? Aunt Lucille was an evil lumen. She attacked me. It's alright. She's gone now. Did I just burn my aunt alive? What? You feel drained of all the energy and can barely keep your eyes open, leaving your father to clean up the mess. You crawl off to bed. What just happened? Oh my god. Oh my god. I just knocked her down. I didn't know you could do that. That's amazing. This game is awesome. I just found an evil wizard in my own court. I was about to accuse her of being hiding something, and then all of a sudden, bam, she tries to kill me. And I kill her back. Oh my goodness. I resist magic. Oh, I'm so glad I'm powerful. I'm so glad. Oh man. Let's do this one. Good afternoon, Countess. What a lovely brooch you're wearing. It reminds me a bit of one my mother used to wear. I suppose you have an eye for valuable prizes, don't you? Oh, burn! Burn! Ready to leap in and snatch them the instant they become available, to keep them out of anyone else's hands. Oh! 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 Oh, burn! Yeah, you get the hell out of here! Once she's gone, you raise an eyebrow to father. Hey, don't give me that look, young lady. She's a nice woman, nothing more. She wants something more. And it's not going to happen anytime soon. You should be careful how you deal with people like Syrian. You need the goodwill of your nobles as well as your commoners. There haven't been any problems so far. As queen, you must be aware of everything around you. Isn't that what I have agents for? Dude, I've been working with my agents from the very beginning. Yes, but you must give them direction. What is your greatest concern? Oh, dude, I can pick them. Number 1 and number 4 are important. I'm not sure which one to pick. I don't like the idea of assassins. I don't like the idea of noble plots either. Noble plots. Exactly. As you wish. All of a sudden, there's a scream in the hallway. Rushing outside, you find a young squire laying on the floor. An amorphous black shape, like the imprint of a monster hand, surrounds his neck. He's not moving. Before your eyes, the darkness fades away, leaving only ordinary bruises and a body. What? It doesn't feel like a spell. Not a lumen spell, anyway. A magical monster? I don't know. Everywhere you look, there are shadows. Any one of them might be dangerous. It will take some time to sleep tonight. Dang it, my lore wasn't high enough. Oh, I can visit her? What? I'm scared. What has happened? First, my aunt turned out to be a lumen and attacked me. And now this mysterious darkness is killing people. Your aunt? Tell me everything. You explained the encounter with Countess of Nyx at the gala. How she tried to ensorcel you and you drove back her magic with your own, killing her in the process. Then you described the living shadow which strangled a squire and vanished before your eyes. A creeping shade. I'll take care of it. Don't worry. No one else will die. Wait! What's a creeping shade? Why is it here? And what am I supposed to do about it? It is your responsibility to study and become queen. It is my responsibility to deal with dangers like this. You are distracting yourself and me. You're wasting my time and putting others at risk. Whoa! I just wanted to know, okay? She's my teacher, so I'll respect her. Go, do what you do, and I'll do what I do. You are requested to stand in judgment. A man has been convicted of the murder by strangling his wife. He does not deny the act, but requests a pardon that he might be set free. If you admit to killing your wife, why do you think I'm going to set you free? Save me, Your Majesty. It wasn't my fault. Demons made me do it. Everyone knows the power of magical beasties. They used me. They twisted my fingers into chains. My wife found me screaming. She tried to shake me. And then the chains, they wrapped around her. I need the priestesses to bless me and make me clean again. Demons? This man is a lumen. Where did he get a crystal? I can question him. Question him about the crystal. It was a demon's magic that killed your wife, not your own magic? So you know what I am. He throws out his hands, and his fingertips elongate into floating strings of gold. Die! Golden chains slash at you like wisps. With so much warning, of course, it was easy for you to resist. His attacks bounce harmlessly off your shields, the chains flying back in the direction from which they came, where they find an easier target, himself. Damn, before your eyes, the renegade lumen is choked to death by his own powers. After a moment, an orange crystal materializes next to his body. I guess I'll have to take that for safekeeping. Am I collecting lumen crystals? Oh, what if I get some kind of superpower up because of that? Oh, that is so cool! My lady, there's a letter for you. Who sent this? It isn't signed. It appears to be a poem describing you in a manner that's entirely inappropriate for a queen. I? What? With a squid? Tentacle hentai. That's actually pretty funny. Just then, an incredibly unlucky breeze swirls through between the windows of your tower bedroom, tugging the paper out of your hands and off into the sky. You stuck your head out of the window to discover the poem caught and fluttering on the roof nearby. You can almost reach it. I don't think my athletics is good enough. Ignore it for now. It blows off and someone reads it and laughs at you? That's better than breaking your neck. Besides, if you're lucky, it will rain and wash the words away. I'm pretty sure my skill in climbing is not that great, so I'm not gonna risk my neck for that, you know? If you attack an enemy lumen and you win, and they leave behind a crystal, is it possible to combine that crystal with mine to make it stronger? Dude! Yeah! Damn it! Each of them can only hold one crystal. The only way to combine their magic is as if a living wielder chooses to join his power with another. Oh. So I should destroy the other crystals to stop anyone from using them against me. That is a traditional policy, but it is a lie. Lumen crystals cannot be destroyed. Rulers claim otherwise to discourage thieves from seeking dangerous treasures. What am I supposed to do with it then? Guard it, hide it, or give it into the other hands to wield. But if the last holder of the crystal was an enemy, the residents of the crystal will work against you. It will be attuned to a personality as foolish or violent or scheming as the lumen you defeated. So anyone taking the crystal will probably become a new enemy. That's useless. A weak-willed candidate might be acceptable to the crystal, yet still controllable. You could then steer that lumen away from dangerous paths, making an ally and changing the crystal's resonance. It is, however, a dangerous endeavor, and one that requires your complete attention. Not really a project I can work on while I'm so busy studying for my coronation. Well, it's only 2 crystals. That's not too much trouble. I regret to inform you that Fabian, the Earl of Titan and Duke Regent of Loth, has passed away. That's not really a surprise. The problem is the political implications. With the control of Aloth in doubt, it falls to the crown to make decisions. Young Lord Adair will not reach his 15th birthday for over 2 years. He requires a regent. His stepmother Aris, the Duchess of Lila, has petitioned the boy to be left in her care. This would, however, leave her in personal control of 2 neighboring duchies, which is generally forbidden. Not to mention that she's closely related to the Duchess of Mage and the Duke of Kaigal. Wait, what does this do? Okay. She could almost control the entire eastern half of Nova. People already call her Nova's other queen. So if I give her the power, Duchess Aris almost certainly killed her second husband after she divorced him. Her son, Earl of Io, apparently hates and fears her. And the last Duke of Mage died in a mysterious circumstance while she was around, which means that the title of Mage passed to Aris's daughter. Without proof, she couldn't be punished. Damn it, what is my spies used for? Come on, find something. The boy does have a living grandfather, the Earl of Ishtar, or you might appoint an unrelated noble to act in his stead. The Earl of Ishtar has suggests another possibility. You and Adair are both young, not too far apart in age. He requests that we accept the boy as your future husband and keep him here at the castle. I don't want to marry him. I don't want to marry anyone. Leave him with Aris? No. If I leave him with Aris, she can gain enough power to rise and have a civil war against me. Judging from the information I got from my spies and from my history. Send him to my uncle, who I trust. How about your brother Armand? He would be a safe pair of hands to watch over Adair. You receive a letter from young Lord Adair. So far, he's enjoying himself with your uncle Armand in Mazomba. He says that the trees look different and there are a lot of frogs. He looks forward to visiting the lookout fort at Shepherd's Point. You also receive an update from your agents. Oh, it seems that the Duchess of Lila, the crazy lady, is not pleased with your actions and is putting out feelers amongst the other nobles for support. If she means to rebel against you, that is treason. Unfortunately, she's a long way away in her own power base. Calling her to order may not be easy. Still, the longer you wait, the more dangerous she may become. Send the musician to gather more information. Yes! I trust Sabine. Travel to other noble courts, try to find out what Aris's grievance is and how dangerous it might be. We'll see who dances to her tune. Thank you, Sabine. Staring up at the sky at your window, you notice a strange flash of light. Ooh, a falling star, so pretty. Your musician has returned from her wanderings. Your Highness, the Duchess of Lila is like a shepherdess whose favorite lamb has gone astray. You mean Adair. In her eyes, you have stolen her child to make him your family's plaything. It is a personal grudge. I do not know whether your nobles would consider that worth rebellion. Probably not, as long as nothing happens to Adair. Which means we should probably try to make an effort to protect him, right? Wait a minute, what? There's no bandit attack? On the way there? Is this because people love me? Oh, it's also because probably because I lowered the taxes. Right! Oh, okay, so lowering the taxes means less bandits, which means everyone has a job, which means less likely to cause criminal activity. Excellent. Education and the printing press. So education, having jobs for people. Yes, this is perfect. Your uncle, the Duke of Mirva, is present, and you realize that you've never spoken to him about his wife's death. You wonder if Charlotte and her siblings are here. You notice several people quickly looking at you, clicking away, and whispering to their companions when they catch sight of you. You wonder what they are talking about. Aris, the Duchess of Lila, the bitch trying to overthrow me, is present, but she somehow always manages to avoid talking to you when you draw near. There are refreshments and dancers and musicians and polite conversations, and one or two not so polite. Leak, Countess of Dees, will not be shoved aside. A question mark. Okay, so... Oh, so she's the one that's sort of like... Ew. So basically, she's the one that divorced her husband, then he died all of a sudden. Weirdly. Okay. Mother, it's my domain now. I need space for myself. You have your own lands to manage. Just because you're of age doesn't mean you know everything, young lady. You need my advice. This has been my home. It has never been yours. Before you can back away, their gazes fall on you. They wait expectantly as the near queen to settle the dispute. Feelings could easily hurt on either side here. It's important that everyone involved save face. Okay. I'm sure you have a great deal of wisdom to impart, but isn't that what you have already done? You have to trust in the strength of your own teachings. Trust in the strength and intelligence of your daughter. Neither of them don't look entirely happy, but neither of them look angry with you either. A bit later, Bryony catches up with you. Hi, Elodie. It's so wonderful you're gonna be queen now. I mean, I'm sorry about your mom. Thanks. But think of the opportunities you're gonna have. You're so lucky. That's a really odd way of putting it. I'd rather have my mom still be alive, you know. Anyway, I was wondering, now that you're almost queen and everything, have they told you all the secrets? What secrets? Like how to get into the old palace. I've heard it's packed full of treasure. Oh, Lord. You mean the old capital by Cathay Lake? The abandoned one? Exactly. They had to leave in a hurry, so they left all kinds of treasure behind. And nobody ever goes there because the forest is supposed to be haunted, so the treasure's probably still there. The forest isn't haunted. It's full of monsters like the Keithong. But what if she's right and it's full of ancient treasure? Dude, I can help? Off to help. I don't know any secrets about getting to the old palace yet. I do have agents, come on. But if you come back to the castle with me, we can check the archives. Great, I knew you could help. I'm supposed to go back off to school, but I was already planning to sneak off. I'll ditch my escort, sneak ahead, and meet you at the castle. This could be fun. At the end, you all share a pleasant meal and prepare to return to your various lands. But only then do you catch sight of someone you've been looking for. Charlotte! Leave me alone. What? Don't talk to me. Stay away from me. She runs away. Oh, right, I killed her mother, didn't I? She'll never forgive me. And there's nothing I can do about it now. Cool. You, my lady, your father wishes to speak with you. He says it's urgent. Fine, I'm coming. You find your father standing over a map of the coastline, his face very grave. Ships have been sighted on approach from Shanjia. Not trade ships, this is a war fleet. What? Within a week, they will be within Novan waters. Within 2 weeks, they could reach the capital. Then we will fight to defend ourselves. You can try to use the treasury funds to hire additional soldiers, but it may be difficult on short notice. We don't need them. Don't. No, it's too late for that. You will need to drop a naval strategy for our ships to carry out. You could choose to act as admiral and lead the fleet in person, but the danger to you would be very great. Unless you think your personal skills will make the difference, I will strongly advise against it. Direct the fleet. The risk is mine to take. These are my soldiers. They trust me. I am close with all of them. You have your mother's heart. There is one more thing, and I hesitate to ask, but an invasion. This is a sort of disaster for which a luminous power may be worth the cost. If the fleet could be destroyed before they reach our waters, many lives would be saved. I don't know any magic that can sink a whole fleet. I'll have to talk to my mentor. You find a Duchess of Ursul in your guest quarters. A fleet from Shanjia is attacking us. Is it possible to sink them all with magic? It is easy to attack one soldier, one ship, as a demonstration, but to obliterate an entire fleet. You would need an immense amount of power spread over a large area, more than any one lumen can control. If you tried to raise that much power yourself, you would die. Not could, would. So it's hopeless. We'll just have to rely on our soldiers. Okay. My naval capabilities are incredibly high. I believe in my soldiers. I'm gonna go visit them. Alright. So, just in case, I'm gonna study logistics. And then, let's see. I should really put into more points into other things, like foreign affairs. Alright, so we're gonna go history, foreign affairs, and military logistics. Make sure that I have all my bases covered. The Duchess of Hellas tried to foment an insurrection in the north of Ixion, just over a Galvan River border. Not only did that fail, but in retaliation, Ixion pushed troops to the southern Marine. You learn about how to calculate enemy war preparation based on movement of goods within their lands. Armies do not spring up full formed overnight. You study the benefits of looting as a troop motivator versus the negative effect on civilian populations. You learn to calculate how effective military strength wanes over distance from a home position, as it becomes more difficult to put pieces into play. Which means I have to be there. Danger on the high seas! Ships close in on each other, angling into range. You clamber up the rigging to take a position in the crow's nest, where you can watch enemies' movements with a spyglass and shout out any necessary changes to plan. The Shanjians have half again as many troops as you do. It doesn't look promising. Your skill in long-range magic makes you effective as a cannon and more maneuverable, but there are far too many ships for you to take out each one individually. Still, your position at Crow's Nest allows you to target ships at a distance too great for them to respond effectively. The eventual outcome is not in your favor. The Novan ships are sunk or scattered as the Shanjian forces press upwards landfall. Strategy plus naval strategy. Your grasp of strategy allows you to recognize when the tipping point has been passed and order your remaining vessels to retreat before they are all destroyed. This saves lives but leaves me leaving the Novan approach completely unguarded. Many good soldiers were lost today, and Nova's troubles have not ended. Since you have failed to repel the invasion, the Shanjian fleet will soon land and their troops will begin to progress towards your capital city. Your remaining soldiers hold them off for as long as possible, of course, but the main strength of your military has been exhausted. Nova's future looks bleak. Crap! I thought you could repel them. Oh my god, I thought you could repel them. I thought you could repel them. What the hell? Oh my god. Damn it. Oh, damn it. Oh, economics goes under pressure. Damn it, I did not know that. Okay. I need to upgrade presence, I think. So, classes, presence, elegance, return, done. Oh my god, how did I lose that? I should have hired more soldiers. Dang it. The invasion of Nova is proceeding. Your coastline is under Shanjian control. Soldiers have marched to villages, trampling fields, and fighting citizens. A diplomatic delegation from Shanji has requested access to the castle to discuss terms, most likely for your surrender. You lack the strength to hold off their armies, and surrendering now will save many lives. It would seem that you have no choice. You prepare yourself as best as you can to meet with the representatives of Shanjia. You expect a diplomat and a military representative, a general or an admiral. You do not expect the handsome man decked in jewels who now stands before you. A man announced by your servants as Tagami, king of Shanjia. Well, shiz. He's a lumen too. Oh, hey, pretty boy. My dear young lady, how difficult this must be for you. So much responsibility at such a tender young age. You yearn to slap the false sympathy off his oily face, but you force yourself to remain calm. War benefits no one, don't you think? Such a terrible waste. Better to settle things in a civilized manner. A contest, a game, so to speak, with Nova as the stakes. Should I win, then your domain will submit and accept me as overlord without any further resistance. Should I lose, then my army will leave your domain in peace and shed no more blood. What sort of game? It is well known that Nova is ruled by lumens. As it happens too, I too possess the powers of a lumen. I propose a formal duel. My powers against yours. The winner takes control of Nova, and the loser dies. Your games by your rules for my life. That doesn't sound fair to me. The rules of formal dueling have been passed down for centuries and must be upheld. It is important that we do this by the ancient codes. Why should I? If you refuse, the war will continue. I'll sweeten the deal. If you meet me in a formal lumen duel, I'll call off the invasion even if I win. Really? I swear it by the gods, Nova will be free and safe. Why take the risk? You're winning the war. It's not your land that I want, it's your crystal. It won't work for you. How little you know. Under the right circumstances, resonance can be changed. To gain your power, I'm willing to wager my own. Shall we begin? I can sense its power. It's so strong. I've learned everything I could possibly could, but he's at least as good as I am. I don't like this, but what choice do I have? Crap. Accept his terms. Then I must. Togami explains the rules of formal dueling to you, including a carefully inscribed circle of wards which will contain the effects of any powers you wield, protecting bystanders from the danger. Then it is time to begin. You trade attacks. One spell sent and countered by another. Reserving your strength as much as possible, it might almost be exciting if your lines weren't on the line. You need to end this quickly before his experience allows him to come up with a trick you can't defeat. He's used to dealing with magical attacks, but he might not be expecting a physical one. Perhaps if you rushed him, you could take him off guard, up close. He couldn't use fancy spells, but what would you do then? You still have to use magic to win, and you can't just grab him and bang his head against the floor. Perhaps you could focus your power into the shape of a sword and attack him with that. Or maybe you could distract him somehow. You could cast a spell that he couldn't block. Magic sword. Motes of shimmering moonlight coalesce into a weapon in your hand. You first lunge, he dodges, rolling to the ground, but you recover quickly and strike again. In the confined space of the warded circle, there is nowhere to run. The final strike of your moonlight parts his head from his shoulders. Booyah! You just got owned! You got pwned! Oh, that was awesome. Oh yeah, that felt good. He destroyed my barracks. Of course I'm happy that I defeated him. Oh man. Oh, that felt good. Was not expecting that to work out so well. Whew! At this time last year, you were celebrating your 14th birthday. You were in your school garden, surrounded by your friends. A teacher brought you tea and cakes, while a wealthy merchant's son wove a crown of flowers for your head. It didn't matter so much that you were a princess then. Your title was something for the future. Many of your peers would be duchesses or earls or the like, someday, but not then. You were children. Your parents could not attend on the actual day, but they did send wonderful gifts, some for you and some for you to share. And a week later they came to visit, and your mother took you with her to the countryside in a splendid carriage. It was the last time you would ever see her. You wonder if, wherever she is, she can see you now. You are 15 years old, a legal adult. You have worked and studied and suffered and prepared, and now the time has come. You kneel. Oh my god, I'm so beautiful! I'm so beautiful! Yes! Oh my goodness! You kneel before the priestess, barely hearing her words as she recites the blessings. She calls upon the gods to deliver peace, wisdom, and prosperity to you and through you to all of Nova. And then she calls upon you for your oath of rulership. Will you guide and govern and protect your people to the best of your ability, according to law and custom? I will. Will you to the best of your power uphold the ideals of love, honor, justice, and mercy? I will. Lords and ladies assembled, I present to you your undoubted queen who has sworn you her loyalty. You who have come to give homage, will you do the same? One at a time, the heads of each duchy approach your throne and kneels to swear his or her service to you and your heirs. People of Nova, I give you Elodie, daughter of Fidelia, your true sovereign. What say you all? And then, long live the queen. Thank you. I will. I'll be the best queen ever. Once his daughter was secure on her throne, Jocelyn returned to his birthplace to focus on his duties as Duke of Coloris. He soon became engaged to Bryn, the Duchess of Hellas. Over time, Elodie and Charlotte slowly mended their relationship. Coded journals belonging to the late Countess of Nyx revealed more evidence for her plot to eliminate her niece as well as her husband, leaving the innocent Charlotte as the heir to the Novan throne. Faced with that, Charlotte has been forced to admit that her mother had been training her in meditation techniques intended to make her a powerful lumen someday when she was able to obtain a crystal of her own. Now, of course, her mother's crystal was available, but Charlotte wanted nothing to do with it. Following Elodie's victory over the Shanjian king, the public opinion of lumens rose to a height that hadn't been seen in 100 years. Young children would dress up and play at being magical kings and queens. Freed from the need for secrecy, the Duchess Juliana and the Priestess of Selene were able to announce their shared magical powers and their pledged love. Wait, what? The Duchess of Okay. Free from the need for secrecy, the Duchess Juliana and the Priestess Selene were able to announce their shared magical powers and their love. Good! You shouldn't have to hide anyway, man. This is my country now. No one has to hide anything. Everyone can be who they're meant to be. It's my country now. At Elodie's prompting, the lovers pledged their devotion to each other in private ceremony, after which Selene retired from the priesthood to accompany her wife to Ersul. Selene, thank you for teaching me stuff. As neither of them intended to bear children of the body, Juliana made arrangements for her niece Brioni to declare the next heir to the Duchy of Ersul as well as the inheritor of her crystal. Brioni's mother, Corisande, hoped that the training necessary to make her a flighty daughter into a future magical girl warrior would keep her out of the worst trouble. After the failed invasion, relations with Shanjia remained intense. First came the reclamations and demands from the Queen of Shanjia, devastated by the death of her husband, which Elodie ignored. Next came the subtler approaches, the quiet gratitude, and offers for alliances from the ministers who were thrilled to see Togami gone. Elodie ignored these also, which was just as well, since the next thing to arrive was the preserved head of one of the traitorous ministers sent by the Queen of Shanjia as a warning. There was no sign of war in the immediate future, but there was not likely to be an alliance either. Elodie proposed marriage to the Duke of Banyan, or Duke of Marie, and was accepted. They were attended at the wedding by Elodie's father Jocelyn and Banyan's sister Bryn, who were themselves recently wed. The complicated family entanglements continued through the years. Bryn and Elodie developed a close friendship and were more often seen with each other than their prospective husbands, and their children considered themselves more siblings than cousins, which meant that the future Duke of Colores would be Elodie's half-brother nephew and Suda's stepson all at the same time. Yes! The invention of the printing press sparked the beginning of a new age of literacy and knowledge. No longer were books the sole preserve of the nobles and the wealthy. Now information and ideas could be easily placed from one place to another. As a birthplace of this invention, Nova was a center of a storm of change. Yes! Yes, of course! I knew that was going to be the case. As a lumen, it was Elodie's responsibility to defend Nova from monstrous threats. She decided that the monsters within the realm were every bit as dangerous as those outside, and thus set herself to the task of conquering the old forest. Boom! I'm a witcher! Each monster would have to be identified and carefully studied in order to defeat it without upsetting the balance. It would take many years to reach the heart of the forest, but Elodie was undaunted, and thus Queen Elodie's legacy stretched into the future. Dude, that was awesome.